We live?
We're live.
And we're live. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the UNG Odyssey podcast. What? This is April. What is today? April 7th of 2019. Episode number. Who gives a shit? Unfortunately, again, my co-host, Mr. Reliable, Mr. Fancy Pants, Mr. I am the shit, but does nothing for me besides sit here and talk shit when he is here. I'm just joking. He is who he is. Gump is not here, so it is me, Jonathan, his, I guess, somewhat replacement, and every once in a while some butts in.
He's interviewing for the job.
He's
I'll just sit it down.
He's interning.
He's interning?
He's interning. And then the very funny man, Vincent.
What up?
I'm not even gonna bother with your last name because I can never pronounce it.
I don't know if y'all can see me or if I'm on witness protection.
No, you got your own.
Is
account.
this Twitch?
Alright.
Yeah, I think it's
okay,
Twitch. Yeah.
so you gotta.
Yeah, I got the rules.
All right,
Remember, you.
I know that's. I was about to say some shit. I'm like, I can't
I
say
mean, you
it.
can
then.
swear, but
No, I was gonna tell you
biggest
some
one
other
is the
things.
N-word. You drop N-bombs.
No,
all
no,
the
I was
time.
gonna say something else. But.
What else would you
Oh, we
say?
can't
in the
say napalm?
We haven't even started the.
We can't say napalm?
We haven't. Hold on. We haven't started anything other than an intro, and you already have something that you want to say that's broken and breaking the rules.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
This is the kind of help I find.
Can I say chicken nugget instead of nugget? Instead of the N word? That chicken nugget. I don't know.
How about?
Well, now that you said it on cam, no, because they're gonna know what you really mean.
What?
Yeah.
Keep
Don't
it on
just
the low.
don't worry about
If
it.
you're gonna say the N word, keep it on the low.
Just don't.
Don't let us know how you're gonna say it or when you're gonna say it.
Vincent, man, how you been? How you been, dude? Let's get into it. Let's
I'm
get
happy,
into it, man.
dude. I'm
All right,
cool,
well,
man.
you know, because you've been on the podcast, I don't need to do an intro on you. People can go back on the episodes and
Right,
watch,
go look
you know.
it up, y'all. Go look it up.
I don't remember what episode it was. It was like episode 3 or 4 or 5.
The early days, man.
Yeah,
The early
I'm
days.
actually gonna make shirts with the logo that I have. That logo, that guy right there.
This whole, oh yeah, Groot.
Yeah, that's my logo that I've been using.
That's tight.
Man, I hope
And I'm gonna put that on the back of the shirt, and I'm gonna put like UNG in the front. And then all the comics, like say you, for instance, I put Vincent, and then what episode you've been on. And
hell yeah, dude.
And I'll make it personally for you, and if you want to order a couple more, it'd be cool or not.
Dig that, dude.
So you can support it. Be like, yeah, man, podcast. I was on there.
Why the group?
I don't know.
Dude, I've seen that a million times, and I never even realized that was Groot.
I didn't have. I had no idea what to use for the intro or for like a. What do you call it, Ellie?
Logo?
A logo, and like we were gonna try to do like this space-ish type thing, cause you know the whole Odyssey type of thing.
Right.
Cause you know.
You into that shit?
Like
You grew up like watching Star Trek or what?
Not Star Trek, Star Wars, kind of.
Star Wars.
I mean, I'm slightly nerdy, but not too nerdy. I'm a big Marvel
Man,
fan.
I miss all that shit. I feel like I always missed everything. You know what I mean? Like, I just miss shit all the time.
I mean, Star Wars
Like,
was
my
like
dad tried to,
back in the 80s, man.
like, get me to play, like, sports, and I was always missing the ball.
What the fuck?
And, like...
So you were bad at sports?
No, dude, yeah, dude. And
Or
my dad
was
was
it
a
just like-
coach.
Or was it just
so-
like timing?
Timing?
Yeah, is that what you mean? By
Yeah,
missing the
dude, I
ball?
suck on timing too, dude. Like that, dude. I'm glad you brought that up because, like, as a comedian, I feel like I suck on timing. I be late as fuck sometimes.
But not on stage. You mean like?
Yeah, on stage, dude. But I mean, it's a learning process.
Wait, okay. So what you're saying that your timing on stage is late?
Sometimes, yeah.
How is it late
happens.
when you're on stage? Like 2 minutes later, you were like, "Oh yeah, that's what part of the joke I should have said that."
Yeah.
But that's all about writing and I guess recording and prepping. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe you're a bad prepper. Well, I mean, obviously, if you're always late, that's bad prepping.
Right.
That's like no prepping.
Dude, I was on time to this bitch though.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I filled up my truck too.
Filled up with your truck with what, gas?
Supreme, dog.
Supreme, I do like using Supreme, man. People say
It's like
it's not
$3
worth it, but I do.
something.
Yeah, it's getting up there again because they had gone down to like 2 something. Now it's up to 3.
Yeah.
What a goddamn, man. What's going on in politics that's raising shit like that?
Politics influence gas?
Somewhat, yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know if it's like politics or like just annoying motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Annoying motherfuckers?
Like, well, I mean,
What do you mean?
you piss off the wrong people.
Oh, yeah, that can happen.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like if we piss off let's just say we're still getting our oil from Saudi Arabia, and we do
Right.
something to piss off the Saudis, they'll be like, oh, what? Oh, well, now it's, $65 a tank.
that's why I think gas
oil.
prices go up in the summertime. Because it gets hot as fuck and everybody gets annoyed as fuck. And the Saudis getting
Yeah, but
hotter
in
than
Saudi,
anybody.
in Saudi
And they'd be
Arabia,
like, fuck everybody.
do they have a winter in Saudi Arabia? Like an actual
Do they
cold
have
season?
a winter?
Yeah, or is it like one of those areas where it's
What the
constantly
fuck
hot?
would it be? Like a shadow?
I don't know. I mean, I know like in Africa, like where they don't necessarily have a winter, but yeah, when the sun goes down over there, the deserts get to like almost.
Damn, I
go
can't
freezing.
imagine what it's like when the sun goes down in Africa. We're safe on the N-bomb, I won't drop that. But when the sun goes down in Africa, dude, that's a wild, dude, that's a jungle. That, like, when people reference a jungle, that's
Yeah.
like the actual jungle.
In
That's
the darkness
trip,
in
right?
Africa.
Did you hear about that fool that was a poacher? Dude, there's a rhino poacher
Mhm.
that, look it up. I'm sure you can hit it on Reddit. But, a rhino poacher that got trampled by elephants and his remains were eaten by lions.
No shit.
Yeah, poacher. That's jungle justice, fool.
Well, it's hard to say with poachers because, like, yeah, I know they're killing animals. Well, it depends on what type of poacher. Because sometimes they're poachers.
Are you arguing for poachers right now?
No, look, hear me out. There's poachers that live there, but they kill those animals, but they need those animals to survive. Like some of those poachers actually need them to eat and whatnot, and to survive off the dead animals to make money off of it, because that's how they make money to keep their
Well,
village going.
definitely, that's why they're poaching.
But
'cause
that's
it's-
some of them, yeah. But the other ones were like you get that asshole who's like an American or English, British dude, whatever, that has a lot of money and pays these other guys to take him somewhere so he can kill these animals.
I see what you're saying. Like, in their reality, why are they like natives that are poachers?
Yeah, because
They're kind of like caught between a rock and a hard place. Like, they're desperate for fucking money.
Yeah, so
And
it's
they
what
gotta
else can
kill
you do? It's
fucking
kind of
the
like
last rhino
it's like
just to
people
get
in-
fucking monkey meat.
it's like it's like people in Mexico. Like sometimes you don't have a choice but to join a gang because that's how you get
Right.
around to survive.
No. Dude, I mean, fucking. I'm sure Hitler thought he was onto some shit. You know what I mean? He thought he was right.
What the fuck?
Let me jump on
You
this.
know what
Yeah, I
I
was about to
mean?
say, how the
They
fuck did he
think
get
they're
Hitler?
right. You
Well-
know what I mean? They're like, man, nah, that's a good idea.
I don't know if all of them think they're right, but I do think they're like, I have to do what I can do. But Hitler was just like, no, let's get rid of these people. I know that there's something up with that. And it's fucking insane that there's still people who think like that. Like, want to blame it on one religious race.
Dude, I'll burn a new joke here just to get people to come out, bro. But I'm working on this new joke.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I think it's dumb that, like, people always say, like, oh, damn, that's so savage. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, that's
damn,
savage.
Dude, that was savage as fuck, dude.
And all he did was, like, jump over, like, 2 kids on a skateboard.
No, whatever it was, like, fucking that's savage, right? No, you're right, some stupid
Yeah,
little
something
bullshit,
stupid
right?
like that.
But it's like, dude, indigenous people would be like, how colonial?
Like they know that word.
Like, what the fuck? Y'all think we're savage?
Yeah.
You created a whole genocide against my people.
Yeah, yeah.
And you think we're hardcore? What the fuck? But
That's actually a good thought right there. You know.
well, I'm
But
trying
yeah,
to think good.
there's
man.
some words that get used a lot very loosely, like like when people say like that is hilarious. And it's like it's funny,
Dude,
but is
Louis
it
C.K.'s
really
got a great bit about that.
hilarious? Does he?
Yeah, it's his special called Hilarious. That's
Oh.
like his not his closing bit, but he's like just talking about how he was at a coffee shop and he
Yeah.
overheard these fucking morons
It's
talking.
just like, oh, that's hilarious.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I think I did hear that before.
And then one of them
Isn't
fucking
that
finally
crazy
said
when like you
something.
hear something like that and you don't even know that put a thought into your head and later on you think about it?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
fucking
dude.
hilarious, man.
I know.
It's weird, huh?
Yeah, I thought I had a joke that was original thought, and then I saw a friend of mine share a memory
Mm-hmm.
on his Facebook like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
He had shared a meme, and that was a joke that I was doing like a month earlier. And I was like, damn, I must have saw that like 3 years ago,
Uh-huh.
and then thought it was an original thought.
Well, I mean, who knows?
You know what I mean?
Here's a funny thing that happened to me personally. When that whole Jesse Smollett thing was happening.
You thought about doing the same thing?
No, here, let me finish. I did a podcast, a 30-minute podcast, which I call Rudy Rambles, which I failed, guys, to create another one, but it's just me talking about whatever by myself. But like in that one, I actually said, I was talking about the whole Smollett thing. I was like, and I was like, and how did like how do you even get a noose? Like, do you see how like complicated nooses are made? They're like all these circles and whatever. Like the old school pirates. Like how who walks around and just knows how to even make a noose?
That fool was like finishing his sandwich with this goddamn
Yeah,
juice
he
on his
had the noose on his neck. Yeah.
Oh, and wiping mayonnaise off his mouth and shit.
I said that,
like,
and then
crying and shit. Like,
and then like I uploaded it right and everything, and then the following week I heard Bill Burr say the exact same thing. He said the whole thing about Jesse Smollett with a sandwich with a noose, and he even said like, "How do you even fucking find a noose, man? Like, who the fuck knows how to make a noose anyway?" And I was just like, "Oh,
it's
God."
2019. Like, that's some fucking medieval shit.
Yeah, but like, I'm just like, I don't want to.
Actually, no. Like, I had a bunch of emo friends, and they'd be making nooses fucking because they're bored and shit.
Oh well, emo kids are fucking weird.
Yeah.
They're cool. Some of them are cool. Some of them are really hot
It's
too.
part of it.
Some of the females are hot.
Turn that frown upside down, emo kids.
I was when I was in high school, I was into some of the emo girls. Something about that, that dark look and.
You used to wear eyeliner.
She says that shit.
Yeah, I did, but that's not emo.
That's pretty.
Well, that's
emo.
totally emo.
No, man, I was
With the,
I
almost dropped the H bomb.
no,
Wait,
because I was
that's like technical, right?
I was kind of I considered myself somewhat of a rock star.
It rhymes with
because I was
Bromo. Can
in
I
the
say
band
that?
You can say,
You're one of the
I think you
emos.
can say. I think you can say. Oh,
Thank you.
I'm not sure. Well, who's that? TKO 500. What's up, man? Yeah, I ain't got no problem saying I used to wear eyeliner. I'll wear it now too if I ever got dressed up.
Do it.
And go up like
Get
if
some fucking fingernail
some
polish.
guy
I
liner.
support you.
No, I don't want no fingernail polish.
Whatever.
No,
dude.
I don't need that because then I can't see if I scratched have any residue on my fingernails after scratching my ass.
That's a valid point.
You're like that's actually.
Hmm.
So
Remind me to keep the elbow bump with you.
Yeah,
That's our
dude,
secret
keep the
handshake
elbow
from
bump.
now on. You can't scratch your ass with the elbow.
I was talking to some these guys at work, and it's funny because we're talking about fingernails, and it was this black dude, and he was like, he had like these long ass nails, and I was like, why the fuck do you have those long ass nails? He's like, he said you don't want to have them all cut down, those booty rubber, booty scratcher, and I was like, what? You're like, yo, you know, man, guys that have like, apparently if you're a guy and have your fingernails all the way down, like cut all the way down, is because you like to scratch your ass. And he was saying if you have your fingernails really long, you can't scratch your ass because they cut your shit up. That makes no fucking sense.
How old
to
was
me.
this man?
He's like 27, 28.
Wouldn't it help when you
28
have?
years old. He believed that bullshit.
Yes. And I'm like, when the fuck did the culture go from, you know,
All right.
being kind of like, being like
Dude, I don't believe none of that fucking urban legend bullshit. People trying to pass off that shit to me, like,
it doesn't
hey,
make
man,
any
your
sense.
shoes are untied, and be like, oh, well, it's fucking the third Sunday, and, like, shut the fuck up and tie your shoes.
It doesn't make sense to me. It's all like, since when did like being more feminine be like the cool thing for guys to do now?
Back in the Victorian era, when fucking Louis the 15th was out prancing around in heels and powdered wigs. What
Yeah,
do you mean
but the powdered wigs, that's because they had no class and they had syphilis.
No class, dude. They had some baller ass class. They had pimp canes and
goodness.
fucking. They actually had slaves. I mean, let's just be real about it. That was a different time.
What do you mean they actually
Pretty baller.
had slaves? Who didn't actually have slaves but said they had slaves?
Minorities. Wait, that said they had slaves?
Well, I mean, yeah, because you're saying
Who
they actually
didn't
had
have
slaves.
slaves that said they had slaves?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anybody ever said they had slaves but didn't actually have slaves. That's like a tongue twister.
Did you ever hear that argument where they were arguing about the Confederate statues?
What about
And
it?
the guy was all like, you know, those Confederate statues stand for acknowledging that we're fighting the war for slavery. And the other guy, his counterpoint was like, well, my family never owned slaves. Do you know how expensive you guys were back then? So that was his counter argument to the guy saying that you shouldn't have those monuments because they represent a time where slavery was, you know, acknowledged, I guess. Acceptable. Yeah, there we go. And that was the guy's argument. Well, our family didn't have slaves because they were too expensive. He straight up told the guy, "You know how expensive you guys were."
Lame, man. That's pretty lame.
That's fucking whack.
I can't believe that, dude. That's a trip, man.
Now,
We used to be a completely different thinking people.
well, some people are like that.
Damn, dude. Some people are still like that, dude. I mean, like, okay, there's not open slavery in America, and that's a great thing, obviously. But, dude, human trafficking is a huge thing in America, fool. It may not be like ethnicity like black people,
Yeah.
but I feel sorry for kids, fool, because kids be on the fucking black market like all day.
Yeah.
That's a trip.
I mean, it's not like, it's weird because when it does happen, they don't really like push it too much in the news. Like they don't want to like.
It's just another missing kid, another Amber Alert.
Yeah, what I'm saying though, like when they actually catch situations like that, because the whole thing that happened with that football guy, the owner of the Patriots, the reason why they busted him with those. By the way, they're like 40-something, giving him handy jobs. Fucking let the guy get a handy job. He's like 80-something. The fact that he can still get hard and you know secrete semen at that age is a miracle. Let him get handy. Anyway, that's sidetrack.
Sidetrack.
For
real.
But like the whole reason why he got caught was because they said that they're running that place was running a human trafficking scheme. So
those weren't freewheeling ladies of the night. Those
Well,
were some.
those, I mean, the ones where that guy got it, some were, but underneath the whole massage parlor thing was the human trafficking. That's why he got in trouble with it.
Well, good, man. I mean, shit.
Well, he wasn't doing the human trafficking. He was just going to a place where, like,
Yeah.
so.
And that's fucked up, by the way.
But like they say it happens, but they don't really talk about like what was actually happening. Like the news doesn't really cover it that well.
Nah,
Like
man,
how can something like that
that's a
still be
trip,
happening in America?
But I mean, the news doesn't talk about fucking real shit, dude. I mean,
Not anymore, really.
Nah, man. I mean, I feel like people. I don't know, man. Like, maybe the news has evolved to where they're like tired of fucking
real
talking
stories.
Crazy shit, and they're like, here's fucking a puppy that jumps through a hoop.
I hated watching stuff like that on the news. Like the little stupid side stories.
If the news was real, it would be like all day long. Like another person was shot today on. It'd be like basically the fucking.
But what's wrong with that? What's wrong with letting people know that people died?
You ever listen to a police scanner? Check this out.
I've never met anybody that actually has a police scanner.
Oh, for real, dog?
Who has these things?
Alright, so check it out. When I was in high school, one of my homies was his dad was a tow truck driver.
Mm-hmm.
So he had a police scanner in his house all day, every day. That was a norm. It was like fucking Roseanne, that fucking kitchen table where everybody sat around with a police scanner in the background. Dude, it was
the exact same
all you heard
table.
was like, this is officer, whatever. We got a cat stuck in the dream. Officer on patrol. Dispatch coming over. Like it was just all day long, dude. And he was like listening because whenever a wreck would come up, he'd be the first one on the job.
Oh, he was that kind of
he was a wrecker.
Yeah, okay.
So he'd hear about a wreck. Oh, that's on Stewart Street. That fool would be fucking showing up like a slip and fall lawyer, homie. Like, y'all need a tow truck driver?
I thought the police had their own people that they do for that, though. By the way, it's really good wine. Thanks for bringing it.
Yeah, dude, that's what I was telling you about that Malbec. It's from Argentina.
Argentina.
Yeah. The best Malbec, in my opinion, is from Argentina.
So it's Malbec.
Malbec. Yeah.
That's the...
I think there's some Chilean Malbec. But...
How much it cost you?
What's that?
How much it cost? Or is that...
Oh, I got that at the stop down here on Exxon.
Oh.
Dude, it was $11 with tax and shit. Dude,
Okay.
Dude, you can buy good wine anywhere, dude.
Well, I got a bunch at Target, which, you know, they're having a sale because I guess they're going to start carrying a new kind. So they had, like, all these wines for, like, half off.
Yeah.
Because they want to get rid of all the old wine before the new company comes in. Right, so I was like, well, shit, let me go ahead and grab it. So I grabbed one. Everything I grabbed was, like, between 15 and 20. And I grabbed one that was that was 60. And I was like, I'm willing to pay 30 for the $60 bottle of wine. And I think it's still there, though. But yeah,
I was like, at Target?
Yeah, Target.
No, still at Target. Like, you didn't get it.
Oh, what?
Did it go over my head? I missed the joke. See, I told you I was late. I started it off talking about being late.
Okay, so what's going on in your comedy life right now? Not much? Just chilling, hanging out,
Not much. Fool, you ain't been paying attention, dog.
You said that you're late.
Nothing against. No, dude. I've been actually kind of re-inspiring myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember when I was younger, I used to, like, fucking hear a band and get all passionate, find a comedian, get passionate about it, and, like, really get... Like, I used to think that I was into real tight shit, you know what I mean? And I was like, damn, like, fuck it, like, I love this shit. Like I wanted people to, like, discover the shit that I was finding out. You know what I mean? Like,
kind of, yeah.
So I've kind of been throwing it back to some of my old school inspirations. Like, listen to some old school Tool, some old school comedy, like Bill Hicks, dude. Rage Against the Machine. Like, dude, I played that shit out in my, like, back in the day. I played it out where I got burned out. And it's been a while now. And now I'm listening to it again, and I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, I want to start writing some, some prolific shit, you know what I mean? Kind of like that colonial joke. You know what I mean? I trip out about people saying that things are savage. Like, Indians are fucking extinct, fool.
Pretty much.
You know what I mean? And people
Native
act
Americans,
like they're hardcore.
Right. Native Americans.
Native Americans, yeah.
There's tons of Indians over there. There's like a couple billion.
See, and you could get away with saying that for the longest time because they were damn near extinct.
Well, there's still a fucking team of
exactly
the
call
Redskins.
The Redskins. We can openly. I can't say
the
Indians,
Chiefs,
but I can say the Redskins will be playing. You know, the Cowboys on Sunday. But you know, it is what it is in that aspect. But I just want to call shit out again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I just kind of want to call shit out again. Like I get this one joke. So I was doing this old joke about. I'll burn this old joke about like back in the day, like back whenever it was just always in the news. And I mean that doesn't mean shit's changed. It hasn't been in the news, but do you really believe shit's changed? That cops aren't shooting unarmed black men? You know what I'm saying?
Not. I'm pretty sure it's happening. They just
but it was in. Do you remember how like Ferguson and fucking?
Oh yeah.
Like dude, it was just nonstop. That's all.
For a
you
while
heard
there,
about.
yeah.
So I had this joke that I was doing that was like, man, you think they'd have some policy change if like they told the cops, you know, if you went 100 days without incident, we'll give you a pizza party.
That's the incentive? A pizza party?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it might
and
work.
then they'd be cruising around and be like,
we have that.
They get a call and it's like day 99 and like be on the lookout for an African American. They're like, God damn, man.
No, I don't want to ruin the pizza party. I just turned my back. We didn't find them. Sorry, guys. 100 days pizza party. Which funny.
But I mean, dude, I want to keep shit relevant. Well, so like I'm doing that joke in a new way, and saying like kids ain't tripping about school shootings anymore because every semester they go without one. Yeah. They get a pizza party.
That's why. Okay, so that's all going into the.
But
joke.
I feel like I reused it, but now I'm expounding on that, and like the way I like try to set up that joke is like talk about like I make it up to where like man, I feel like kids ain't really even tripping about school shootings anymore. Hey, like I was talking to my younger cousin, he was telling me that you know every semester they go without one, they get a pizza party.
You really said that to you?
No, I say that.
Oh,
no,
okay.
I'm using that.
Okay, I thought you really said that to you.
And then I set it up to where I'm like, but then he was like, well, we didn't get one last semester because a kid brought a pellet gun to school, and I was like, but y'all didn't have a school shooting, and he's like, yeah, that's what we said. And then like, so we changed it to without incident. And I was like, so they changed it to without incident, and they still didn't give you a pizza party? He's like, nah, not fucked up adults. I'm like, yeah, adults. I was like, wait, the kid couldn't get a real gun? I thought this was America.
You know, for the longest time, I thought people were calling it pelican gun.
Pelican gun? Oh, God.
It was like,
you grew up deaf like me?
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Dude, I grew up deaf.
I was pretty stupid when I was a
hearing
kid.
aids and everything, dude.
How'd you overcome that?
I didn't get healed. I didn't meet Jesus. That's the truth.
But you don't use it no more, so obviously
no,
you
man.
can hear
Well,
now.
so the way it is
Fucking
everything's pretty much muffled.
Oh, really?
Like really kind of muffled. Like
so like when the crowd is like laughing, is that like muffled? Do you just hear?
No, I mean like right, you're talking to me.
Yeah.
Right, but I can't gauge that it's the volume setting that more normal people hear at. Okay, so like, I'll have just things on a higher volume setting in general. Like, so you could talk to me what you think is like a normal tone.
Yeah.
And I can't really catch it because it's a little like dim to me in like the volume setting, I guess, of my reception. So. Like, a lot of times, like, dude, I used to annoy motherfuckers in class. They'd be trying to tell me something real quick, and I'd be like, what? Like, what are you deaf? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Did you see this fucking plastic in my ear?
Well, I mean, I stopped wearing my hearing aids because I went to Azel, and Azel was, like, you know, a bunch of rednecks full, and, like, KKK was prominent into the 90s there, dog. Yeah. And I was like, man, it's hard enough being Mexican, fool. I don't want to be like the deaf kid with braces, glasses, and hearing aids, fool. Like, that's why our race is pure. Look at this motherfucker. He got everything wrong with him. I get my teeth fixed.
Well, they could have had pity on you. Like, I don't want to beat up the deaf guy. Like, I want to be known as the guy who beats up the deaf guy.
Whatever, dude. I remember I was getting on the bus one day. And this fool was yelling the N-word. He was just yelling the N-word. And like, I mean, I was like 14, right?
Yeah.
And he was just yelling it. And you know that feeling when somebody's like talking to you and you don't think they're talking to you? You
Yeah,
know what I
'cause you're
mean?
like,
And, this
I wasn't
was
talking to him. Is he talking to me? Nah.
Dude, but I was like trying to avoid it because I'm kind of scared, you know, little kid.
Yeah.
This kid yelling the N-word at me, and I get on the bus and he's like, I'm pointing at me, and he's like, you're a effing N-word, and I was like, damn, dude, this place is rough.
That's what you thought?
Yeah, dude, it was kind of rough.
You
man.
didn't be like, I'm not black, am I?
No, I remember.
Why did he call you the
I
N-word?
was playing with one of the coach's kids, dude. I
Yeah.
was playing with one of the coach's kids, and he just stopped, and he was like, "You're black," and I was like, "What?" But he was just so young. He registered that I wasn't white.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He didn't know no better. And so, like, me and one of the other coach's kids was like, we just started laughing, and like that was kind of the end of it.
Yeah.
And I remember the next day, dude.
So who was this kid that was calling you that? Was it just like another punk ass kid in school?
Yes.
Was he like
Yeah.
bigger than you or
Just
the
a
higher
skinhead
grade?
kid, dude. Just yeah.
Oh,
dude.
just a skinhead kid?
Yeah, dude.
And so what happened after that? He just didn't leave it.
I never saw that kid around the school, no.
He probably
Dude, he probably fucking sharpened his pencil and stabbed somebody. I don't even know, dude.
yeah, he's probably
Ended
like
up
in
in-
jail right now, prison.
8 unclaimed kids.
I don't even know how we got
Lice in
into
my
this
hair.
conversation.
But Bill Hicks, you know Bill Hicks, right?
Yeah, I know Bill Hicks.
You
I haven't
listen to his
heard
comedy,
anything. I haven't heard anything like all the way from him. No.
Dude, you gotta go throw back some Bill Hicks, dude. That guy is like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, makes societal thought. Like, it sparks that societal thought. You know what I mean? And I remember growing up in the 90s, dude, and being a kid in the 90s, and just kind of, like, everything was, like, it was the Bush era, you know?
Yeah.
Like, HW was running shit, and we were going to Iraq, and, like, the first time. And,
Yeah, the first
like the
time.
early '90s, you know what I mean, and then
before
Clinton went
before
in,
Clinton, right?
and like you know, people used to fucking like boycott Disney because they thought that they were doing some spooky like shit. You know what I mean?
I never
Disney,
remember that.
like Christians hated Disney, like in the '90s.
I know that there was always like some kind
Like
of
the church was
some
like
kind of
super,
sexual
like,
undertone in
influential.
it.
The church was like a much more conservative country in general in the '90s. Like Howard Stern was going to bat for like cussing on air. And
yeah,
shit.
actually, yeah, it was.
You know that's the
but he
type of
wasn't
shit
even
I'm talking
cussing
about.
on air. It's just like the
Topic,
just the
sensitive
topics,
shit.
that he had on there.
Exactly, dude. And that's what I'm saying. Like we need some of that again. I feel like we do. You know, and I get kind of inspired with my material to try to go that route.
Well, I mean,
Like I'm being re-inspired,
What
not
do you-
just looking for like I'm not just fucking picking shit up that I come across.
what do you
anymore.
mean though by white? We need some of that again, like some.
Some controversy, man. Some like back in like we need to stand up and start fucking calling shit out. Like I said, like do you think that they stopped shooting unarmed black men? That police are not still doing that? Like it's not a news hot topic anymore.
It's not. I haven't heard anything about that in the news in a while.
But do you believe it stopped?
I don't think.
All right, so check it out about like people were tripping hard, and I'm not trying to claim that I knew or originally was about Nipsey Hussle, but like that was a big thing too, dude. Like that fool getting gunned down.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude, that was a fucked up thing.
I don't even know who that is, but I heard about
But
that.
I did. I
Explain
no
to me,
lie,
explain
no
to me.
lie. I got mad appreciation for hip hop, and whenever I saw the Grammy nominees, I did check out Victory Lap in its entirety. I listened to it.
Is that
I
one of his
appreciated
albums?
the features, and he was up for best rap album. Like he was at the Grammys this past Grammys. That
Yeah.
Cardi B won the best rap album,
Uh-huh.
and Mac Miller was on site. A lot of people thought Mac Miller might have pulled it off. You know, Post Humilius. But dude, that Mac Miller album was ridiculous. Like it's got Thundercat. It's got like fucking.
I don't know any of this.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, I don't know any
I'm
of
lost.
No, dude, there's a lot of good music. Like,
this. It's not on the
Shit
radio,
going
that's
on.
for damn sure, because the radio fucking sucks.
well, no, the radio does. Like, that's what I'm saying, dude. We need like more of that shit. We need more like hollered out like organic
So give me a little background about
Material.
this Nipsey Hussle.
Nipsey Hussle.
Okay,
All
give me
right,
no
so I
background.
didn't
Why-
know much about
why-
it
okay.
until he died But like I did listen to the album. It sounded like so on track of what is of current like production because it has a feature with Kendrick Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I fucking love Kendrick Lamar. You know, and I come from the hip hop background and really listen to like Mos Def and the Roots, and
Yeah.
I don't know if you really listen to much.
Not
But
really.
it's a little more inspirational hip hop, and all that I really discovered through Dave Chappelle and like Dave Chappelle's Block Party. I don't know if you ever saw that.
I did see that. Yeah.
Chappelle's Block Party, but he had Dead Prez on there.
Mm-hmm.
And Dead Prez is like some real political like. Almost like Rage Against the Machine hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And so, like, I dig the fuck out of that. You know?
Like I don't know specifically the groups you're talking about, but I understand that genre. That kind of like
It's not like a lot of hip hop has a bad rep of gang banging, like keeping like that type of bad culture.
Yeah.
In the hot and heavy. And there's some influential, like, motivational hip-hop artists that are talking about, like, grinding, like doing what you gotta do for your
so that like
for, like, your family, like
Your survival.
kind of like achieving
survival, like, damn, I can't think of...
To make it out the ghetto, make it out the hood or some shit.
Yeah, it's just on your, it's just, like, self-confidence, dude. It's just knowing...
In other words, all the
It's just a grind in general.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just a general grind of it.
so like everything that is not about wealth, possessions, and sex. In other words,
right.
The whole
It's
of
not
it.
about spinners and fucking. It's about like
kind of like what's his
earning that
face?
shit.
Like what's his face? What's that comic? Donald Glover.
Donald Glover. Yeah. What
Well,
about?
he has that song by his hip hop persona.
Yeah, Childish Gambino.
Yeah, Childish Gambino.
Yeah.
But he has that song.
This is America.
Yeah, This is America. Kind of
Yeah,
like that, like
dude.
something like that.
See, that's kind of like, you know, like, so that song, right? So that's
Mhm.
my kind of punchline into that joke was, what do you mean he couldn't get a real gun? I thought this was America.
Yeah.
You
So-
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. That's actually pretty good, man.
So that's where I'm trying to get back into that type of material, and on top of that, I'm trying to be more active because I've been working 2 jobs, and whenever I got into comedy, it was just kind of a just honestly, I felt like dying, fool. You know,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like you feel like what's the fucking point of whatever? I'm going to work. I'm divorced. You know, like I've done shit. Yeah, dude. Like I've done shit. So I just kind of lose purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like,
kind of
what
like
the
you,
fuck?
like it's meaningless. Like everything.
It
you're
really
doing
is, dude.
like-
And like when I finally got on stage, it was really at a time that like that was the only thing I wanted to do.
Mhm.
Like I realized that was the only thing I actually wanted to do, and it was scary. Like I was terrified. And getting on stage is a terrifying thing from the get. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
It is.
How was it for you? What took you to like hit that peak?
To hit the peak of going on stage.
To fucking walk up there, dude.
For me, I think it was okay. It's like I've done a lot of things and I've never actually been good at it. Like I tried to go to nursing school, I failed at that.
That's how I started this podcast, fool. I've been late a lot, fool. I know what you mean. Cheers.
Cheers to that, man. And I was like, I've always been the type of guy where like I want to exceed in whatever I do. Like
So you're still competitive, yeah.
like at work.
Well, not competitive, but you're ambitious.
Yeah, like at work, I don't want to be the guy who's like doesn't have something to do. Like, okay, if I don't have something to do, let me find something to do. So I'm staying active.
Yeah.
You know, I just want to be, I guess as good as I can be at whatever I'm doing.
Right.
Like, except for like yard work. I'm horrible at yard work.
But you want to knock that shit out, right?
I'm a horrible Mexican. I want to pay somebody to knock it out.
Yeah, you want to be out there, like, you want to be able to make money to not be able to do it.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
For simple stuff like that.
Dude,
But,
I
like,
appreciate yard work, dude.
but, like-
it smells good and like I feel good afterwards.
Sometimes, I guess I think really it's because I don't have the proper equipment.
Yeah, that can be a bitch.
But like
be out there
but no.
clipping it with these scissors and shit.
But once I realized like I don't know what to do, like I'm not great at I'm not studious, you know. I'm not great at studying shit. And then fuck, what really got me to do it? Well, I mean, I remember listening to comedy when I was a lot younger.
Yeah. Who are your early influences?
I think the first comedy people that I actually started watching were
Whose Line?
I did like Whose Line Is It Anyway? And I've always liked comedy. Thank you, sir. I've always liked comedy shows, and those are the only kind of shows I can really watch, other than like.
Just like in genre, like horror.
Yeah,
drama.
like I can watch horror. I can watch movies like that, but I can't watch shows. Like I can't watch drama shows, but
Dude,
I can watch
tell you
comedy shows.
The truth for me, comedy saved my life. No lie about that. Like I was in the lowest of fucking low. Like I mentioned, I was divorced. You didn't know about that about me.
No, I didn't know that.
So check it out. I was like married, dude. I had a suburb lad. I didn't have my own kid, but I raised hers, right?
Which is just as hard
like,
sometimes.
You know, going to soccer games, all that shit, dude. I had a whole different life.
Soccer games,
dude. All of that shit,
you
dude.
were a
I had
soccer
a
dad.
different life, dude. A completely different life. And I was fucking at my parents, living in my parents again, my old fucking bedroom.
Like afterwards?
Yeah, afterwards, I caught a DWI full. I was like starting to report on shit. Dude, I was in the fucking low of low, dude, and I just was so hating myself that, like, all I thought was, like, I remember being at a red light on my way to work, a grown-ass man wanting to cry. You know what I mean? And I was like, what the fuck, dude? I was like, I can't fucking go to work. Like emotional and shit.
Yeah.
And so I had to combat that, and I was like, I know I like funny shit, so I just started putting on I put on Nick Swartzen's Pandora Radio.
Yeah.
And it was like the worst day of work that I had to go into, like after, you know, getting out of jail and like all that shit, and like, you know, and I went in there listening to fucking comedy all day, dude. I was laughing my ass off. You know, and I was laughing my ass off, dude. Everything was going wrong, but I was fucking chuckling.
That's
You know, and like I literally had to like combat what my brain was thinking, dude. I was walking around with my headphones fucking full blast, dude, listening to fucking stupid shit.
it has
Like
to be
music,
full blast
you know,
too. For
like
me.
just trying to drown out my thoughts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like I was sick of my own fucking head talking to me, saying some stupid shit. And like just not good enough shit. You know what I mean? And like I literally had to fucking like create my environment to say like that's why I like hip hop, dude. Like I'm not from the ghetto, right? I didn't fucking have to gangbang, but I mean I get some genuine like attitude when it comes to like applying yourself against some odds. You know what I'm saying? I found myself in the corner at the time. Dude, now, I mean, I got a rental house on my own. No wife, no kids, you know what I mean?
You have a girlfriend,
I got my
though,
truck paid for it. What's that?
You have a girlfriend, though, don't you?
Yeah, my girlfriend, dude. I got my girlfriend spotted into my crib, dude. She's fucking... We ain't splitting the rent, dude. I'm letting her, like, you know, make me happy, dog. And, like, she puts in on rent, dude. We got our own things going on. It's even as fuck. But like I like being able to really support her. Like I told her, like, baby, you focus on school, be about that, you know. And I'm glad she's got that
going for her.
That breathing room.
Yeah.
I'm glad to do that for her because I love her. Like I fucking love her. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's another thing, dude. I didn't think I'd ever be able to fucking love again, dude. Like, fuck all that shit, dude. Getting double crossed and putting yourself out there and all that shit. Like, why?
It's not worth it, man. It's not worth it.
You know what I'm saying? But like, that's a big turnaround to be able to like heal my own fucking broken heart and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I raised that kid, Like, I literally lost a kid, dude. Not a lot of people have experienced that. Not a lot of people have fucking been through that. And that's a real shit that nobody... I wouldn't fucking wish that on Trump. Like, if fucking something happened to Barron, I'd be like, damn, that sucks, Trump.
That's like one of the hardest...
Hey, we're on live TV, and that's, like, I hope we didn't get on the list just because of those things.
Nah.
we didn't drop no N-bombs. We might need to add some new rules about talking to fucking...
Well, that's a... I always feel like that's one of the hardest things for a
But
parent.
yeah, I mean,
like
I've
when
been
you
there.
raise a kid that's not, it's not officially yours, but and it kind of, you know, when you take care of a child for so long, it feels like he's yours. But
Oh,
then,
absolutely.
But if you
she called me daddy.
yeah, and when you separate that other person, you don't have any rights to see that kid ever again.
Nah, dude. I mean,
that kid's gone out of your life.
Right. Well.
But if it would have been your child and she left,
but dude, I mean,
you would have had rights to
even
see that
if
child.
I did have a friend that I grew up with that is a family lawyer that reached out to me and was like, you actually do have somewhat rights depending on the situation.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, we had a house together and like certain, so, but there also comes a point where like there's just too much like drama and like, you know, input.
Yeah.
It's like, you've already tried. Like, you might as well let people choose her path. Like, her mom made that decision for her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and I gotta respect that. Like, I don't, that's the first thing to learn to respect, is learning that I don't have the choice. Not everything's up to us. You know what I mean?
No.
Like,
not.
when we, I was watching some documentary about somebody losing, like, and they came to that point. No, I was listening to Bill Burr.
Yeah.
Bill Burr was talking about Brody Stevens. That's what he said.
Oh,
when he was talking about Brody
away?
Stevens. And he said that, you know, that's a lesson he's learned by now, is that you don't own these people.
Mm.
They're not yours. The closest person to you, you don't own that person. They can be gone at any moment, and you got to respect that. You know? Yeah, that got real, right?
Yeah, but I'm trying to think. I was like, did I hear that too? I'm pretty sure I listen to every episode of Bill Burr, and I'm not sure if I've heard that one.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you do listen to every episode, dude.
Oh, I listen to every episode.
Have you ever? How long you been listening to him?
2 years now.
2 years? Oh shit, man. I've been like he was another one that helped me survive, fucking not killing myself.
Well, I didn't know he had a podcast for the longest. Like I listened,
Right.
I started listening to comedy through my app, one of my apps that I have, and then like you know I listened to Mike Birbiglia.
Mike Birbiglia
Louis
remind you
Black.
of Mulaney?
I don't know, maybe
Early Mulaney. John Mulaney?
John
Kid
Mulaney.
Gorgeous?
I don't think I've heard him.
You know John Mulaney, dude.
Wait, the guy that was just at the not the guy that was just at Forward.
John Mulaney, he was a Saturday Night Live writer. He had a short run at sitcom on SNL, but primarily his jokes are, you know, he's just a self-made comedian, man. Like, he's got this joke about Salt and Pepper Diner, where him and his buddy,
I need to listen to him.
sounds like something me and my friends would have done, but they go into the Salt and Pepper Diner, and they put on What's New Pussycat by, what's his name? Wayne Newton?
Yeah.
They put on What's New Pussycat. Not only did they put it, you laughed at the fact that they put it on.
Yeah, I did.
They put it on 9 times in a row. They
Why?
pumped in, they were laughing because they're like, let's put on something stupid. And then after they put it on, his buddy looked at him and he said, you know what would make it even funnier? Is if we put this stupid song on as many times as possible. And so they they pumped in all their quarters.
Yeah.
And they put in What's New Pussycat. And then on the 7th time of hitting like C3 or whatever the fuck they were doing, his buddy said, wait, you know what we should do? We should put in 1. It's not unusual.
Just one in the middle of all that.
Right in the middle of that shit. Dude, you gotta listen to that bit. But John Mulaney, dude, did you watch Crashing?
I don't know if I did or not. I don't
Crashing
think so.
with Pete Holmes.
No.
Yeah, it's a HBO produced by
Where do you see all
50
this
First
shit?
Dates. Huh?
Where do you see all this shit?
Dude, man.
Do you have cable? I don't have cable.
No, dude, I don't have cable. I got Fire Stick, but Pluto TV. No, dude, I Google. Man, everybody's got Google.
Well, yeah, but how do you even?
But
know
I
what to
dig.
begin?
I'm a researcher, dog. I fucking dig up shit, dog. Like, all right, I'm gonna throw some shit out there. Everybody go check out Colin Quinn's
That's a
Tough
fun
Crowd.
motherfucker.
That's some original shit right there. That's the inspiration for O&A, where you heard of Bill Burr, Patrice O'Neal, original Joe Rogan shit was there. Joe Rogan shouts them both out because of Anthony, the way he does his podcast. That's pretty much how Joe Rogan's got his podcast, because he was inspired by those dudes. So there's a lot of like background. All that originated from the Cellar Comedy Club.
Yeah, I
New
remember that.
York. So there's a lot of shit that should be about, dude.
About comedy related shit. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, Anthony Cumias, right?
Anthony Cumia.
Yeah, that guy is fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
Him
dude,
and
I'm
Jim
surprised
Norton.
he's not a
Jim
known
Norton
comic
is
on his own
fucking
right.
crazy, fun, and hilarious. But he is a wild personality.
He's a wild. I like his like deep voice. The way he talks about, like he talks like this. Like I don't know. I'm trying to make it more like.
Yeah. Are you sure that's Norton? That's not Norton. Norton has a higher pitched voice.
Norton has a high pitch voice.
Are you
You're
talking about?
telling
Hey,
me I
yo,
sound like Robert? Not Robert.
something flex.
Ron Funches.
Ron, dude, if I had a way to get onto that
Hey,
and put it on, you would sound exactly like him, man.
It's funny because I was like, right when he told me that, you weren't even able to say the comedian's name. I filled in the blank whenever you were approaching me. Remember that?
Yeah, I do. It happened
Yeah, and
like
I
a
was
week
like, you
ago.
mean Ron Funches? And you're like, yeah!
Yeah. Hey, I was gonna ask you, do you still have that tobacco vape pen on you?
Oh, the tobacco, yeah, dude.
Let me take a hit of that tobacco vape pen. Okay, so you haven't seen any of my sets lately, have you?
Man, I've seen you knocking over stools and shit.
Yeah, I did that.
Oh,
I
I
did
was there too.
That was one of my bits, yeah. What I was gonna, cause okay, here's what I was told.
Man, I'm glad like we got technology where we can smoke tobacco indoors now.
Oh yeah, where it doesn't stink up the place.
Yeah. 2019, dude. I got some. I got my alarm
Fucking up my mind.
installed today.
In your house?
Yeah, I got an alarm installed today, dude.
Oh
And
damn.
I told my dog, I said, see, now we got an electric dog bark. She don't have to fucking. That was a dumb joke. That's what I'm saying right here on the podcast. I ain't saying that stupid shit on stage.
Yeah, don't.
You can expect better when you come live.
No, you can't. No, it's not that much
Man,
better.
fuck this. Fuck this podcast.
Okay. The reason why I asked that because I was told by Dave American.
Yeah.
He's
Man.
like, hey man, what's been up with you, man? What's up with your comedy lately? It's like it's been kind of dark, man. What's happened to that bubbly? And I'm like,
Oh,
I
really?
was like, has it been dark?
Have you? Oh, man. To be honest, dude, I've been
No.
coming up late, and I haven't caught your sets. We don't go around the same times anymore, man.
Not really.
Like, you've been, see, man, that's why you were asking me about my comedy, is that I'm trying to be more persistent.
Yeah.
Like, I used to work 2 jobs, and I do work 2 jobs, but they schedule me a lot less. They're keeping me more part-time.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a lot more leeway to come into, like, you know, Twilight open mic, improv open mic, both Hyenas open mics, getting at the Hyenas open mic early instead of after work, you know. And, dude, I've been going to those mics for so long, but it's funny, like, I was telling Jordan Mack, I was like, people must think I'm a drug dealer because I, like, know everybody, but nobody knows who I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
like, because I know everybody.
Yeah,
for the
you
most
do.
part, you know. But like, actually, the house comedians like Ryan Perio, Shiva, who else is there?
Well now what's his name? Jorge now.
Yeah, Jorge. But me. So like what I was saying about like those guys. So LeBron's cool as fuck. But I haven't really. Like, what I'm saying about those guys that I don't ever really talk to them.
That much.
You know what I mean? They're always there. A lot of people talk to them. You know. And I'm starting to say hi or whatever. But I don't know, dude. I'm not. You know how they say people aren't approachable? I'm not an approacher.
Yeah, you are. I mean? Why not?
I don't feel like I'm an approacher. I don't just go approach people.
Oh, I thought you meant you don't feel like you're approachable.
I don't know. I don't even remember how we met, dude.
I just said, "What's up?"
But yeah, dude, I'm not unapproachable. You know what I'm saying?
No, I keep it real kick your ass if I have to.
What's that?
What's that?
What?
What? The kicking your ass part if I had to? No, I wouldn't do that. Well, I mean, if I had to, then my hands are tied. But.
Oh, yeah.
Fancy tobacco. But, like, where are we going with this? About, like, seeing the people, how you know the people. Yeah,
what I'm saying is like, it's like I haven't been going as much, so I've been staying on the late list. You know what I'm saying? I don't go consistent enough to be a presence.
They'll move me earlier sometimes.
Right.
Like
yeah.
First or second block sometimes.
I remember shout out to Jill Swanhart. I think that's how you say her last name. The old bartender. The chick.
Oh yeah.
Jill. I loved her to death, dude. And
she was awesome, man.
Yeah, she was super awesome.
That she got
and nothing against the club or whatever happened there, but that was cool. Like she knew that I was there all the time. We used to talk and she'd help me get on the list. And Eric knows that I'm coming back, and I feel like he's helping me get back on the list. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they just want to see my consistency, and I'm trying to show that now.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're inconsistent, dude, you're at the bottom, saving the fucking end of the night. You know what I mean? I still know how to do it, but nobody else,
you show up every so often, so we'll just put you down here.
Exactly.
And we have the guys
Which
who
I get it, dude, but
so
I'm trying to keep
people don't
from
like that.
Huh?
A lot of people don't get it. Like, they don't understand. They think...
There's a grind to it, dude. There's a grind to it. Totally. And plus your material's got to be good. I mean... It doesn't have to be great or good. Mm-hmm. Trust me, there's some comedians that... I'm not saying anything against their material by any means, but, the consistency definitely shows that you're willing. And it's going to help your material shine through the way you're seeing it. Dude, whoever's up on stage saying whatever they're saying, they believe in that shit.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be saying it otherwise.
You know who
And they'll find out how to make us believe. We don't understand. We don't see it yet.
I was gonna say, you know how I really saw it get better from because I was there when I first saw him go on Joseph Rosenzweig.
Yeah, dude. Okay, I haven't seen him kill it or he gets the laughs. But dude, there's something inevitable about comedy. Is that no matter how fucking awkward it gets, that's like the pendulum. It's like doing a slingshot, right?
Yeah.
You can pull it back a little bit and it'll go, And you can pull it back, but no matter how far you pull it back, it's still gonna have to release at some point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's a way comedy and that awkwardness can get. So, if you're up there bombing, dude, at some point you're going to say something that's going to cut through all that fucking bullshit. You'll have a low, and, somebody's got to fucking be conscious enough to acknowledge that, fuck this, and everybody's like, yeah, fuck this, and everybody laughs. You know what I mean? And then, something else that I've been working on is cadence.
Yeah.
I feel that I'm pretty monotone, but I'm trying to be more aware of my cadence. I'll go into stuff, and if I'm trying to explain something, I'll bring it down and I'll draw it in. But if I really want to hit that shit and I really want I need that punchline to come in.
Yeah.
I'll be like, here's the fucking punchline, dude. And I will get that cadence up, And then the energy back in it, and I'm being more aware of what I'm doing and what I'm actually saying, I'm talking about something, so I'm talking about it. You know what I'm saying? And then I like feel that punchline.
Fucking. I know exactly what you mean because like that's one thing I like about Mike Birbiglia. The way he does his jokes, because he'll be like,
okay, that fool's a story.
Dude, his stories are fucking amazing.
They are amazing.
The whole fucking walk with me, or sleepwalk with me. That
Sleep.
whole thing was amazing. Oh man, you took the last one.
Shit. I'm not contagious, fool, so you can have some of mine.
I'm not contagious.
There.
Oh, sorry.
My fancy rug.
Put some. I put some characters.
No. Yeah. Oh yeah, you put some characters. I was gonna say no. Leave it there.
This is
be
why
like,
Vincent.
that was the wise spot.
This is when Vincent came to the
I
podcast.
put a B and is it A? Trujillo? Aurelio? B-A? Yeah. Aurelio. Arguijo. That's how you say it? Arguijo?
Yeah,
See,
fool. That's some hardcore original Spanish shit, dude. Did I ever tell you I went to Spain?
No, you did not. When did you go to Spain?
When I didn't tell you, I ran with the Bulls in Spain.
Did you really? You
Yeah.
fucking crazy man. What the fuck is wrong
dude.
with you?
No, dude. Like, alright.
Why would you do that? You can't start off by saying no, dude.
No, like, alright. I told you I wanted to kill myself at one point,
yeah.
right?
No, you did not.
Like, I wanted to kill myself because I, like, knew I was a pretty lame dude.
Yeah.
And, like, I just kind of turned that shit around.
Like, you had
know what I mean?
suicidal
So that's when I
thoughts.
got into comedy, like I was talking about.
Yeah.
But, yeah, dude, I was working a lot, and I just wanted to travel. I wanted to travel as much as I could. I think on the last podcast I talked about going to Vegas.
Yes. And I asked you, I was like, how long ago was that? He was like, last year.
Well, yeah, no, it was in 2016. Because I went to, that was the time I went to the McGregor Diaz fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I was
UFC
saying that it wasn't that long
196.
ago.
What?
What I was saying is that it wasn't that long ago.
Oh, yeah, not that long ago. Yeah. And it's been a while since I've done some real traveling, like that.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, dude. So my sister went to Spain to do her Spanish elective in college.
Yeah.
And so, like, she stayed there for 2 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, like, you know how they do that shit, right? Like, as an elective, you can go do it abroad.
Yeah, you can go over there and do a couple.
And she had been talking to me about how she wanted to travel with me and go to Spain together. Mm-hmm. And in the Mexican culture, like, Spain is like Mecca in some way. You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of like the beginning of that's what our origin.
Beyond
it's
Mexico,
it's our origin.
Yeah, it's our influenced origin.
In one way or another.
Yeah. I mean, for some Mexicans, I know we shouldn't be hating those motherfuckers. You know, they try to obliterate us.
Mexicans are a crossbreed of.
We're a crossbreed. That's why
Spaniards and the Aztecs.
That's why I think it's a trip because it's like, damn, like we can't say the N word, but it's crazy how we don't have some kind of N word or something like that. Like we do. Everybody says spig. Like I can say spig. And I can because I'm Mexican, but I bet if some white dude came on here and said spig, like nobody would be like fucking.
I'd probably punch him.
Well, I would hope so, yeah. But like, that's some hard rap shit. Hell yeah, dude. Drink up again.
I'd be like, what'd you just say? Like, if it wasn't a friend and I didn't know he was joking, yeah, I'd be like, what
I'm trying to say is that, like, but we are literally a product of rape.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry, but we're talking about ancient, back when it was plundering. My bad.
It's okay. I know what you're saying.
You know, we come a long way. I'm totally against that. I'm a 2019 guy myself.
2019 guy myself.
I'm looking forward to 2020.
So, I know what you mean. Cause,
I'm talking about my people.
Spaniards came over here. Yeah. They killed a lot of them, but they also banged a lot of them.
Right.
Kind of how.
But regardless, so
you went to Spain.
Yeah. So I told my sister. that I wasn't going over there unless I was running with the Bulls because I didn't know if I'd ever be back in Spain again.
Yeah.
Just how it was.
But why
If
that?
I go to Spain, I'm gonna run with the Bulls. And the reason that the two influences that made me want to run with the Bulls was first one was City Slickers.
Oh yeah,
You remember that?
City
Was Billy
Slickers, of
Crystal?
course.
Yeah, that's how the movie started. Fool. Like,
Yeah,
running
they
from the
started
Bulls,
with
fool.
it like.
And I was asking my dad, I was like, "What is that?" And
I haven't
it
seen
was like
City
when you're a
Slickers in
kid
forever.
and you like discover stuff, you like, damn, that's crazy. Like people do that. You know what I mean? Like people are boxers. People get in a ring and punch each other in the face. Like wow, and I could be a boxer one day. You know what I mean? And that's what I thought about running with the Bulls. I was like, man, that'd be dope. Like go to Spain. And
Yeah, because that was the music that it had in the stupid movie.
Exactly, dude. And like, dude, and so like that
City
was my
Slickers
first
was
influence,
a great
right?
movie, man.
And then my dad was a history teacher, right?
Mhm.
He was a football coach and history teacher. And so in like history and the influence of history, I discovered Hemingway.
Mm-hmm.
And like Hemingway, fool, that dude was prolific, dog.
Oh, of course.
Like he was out deep sea fishing and fucking he joined like the Spanish Revolution and he was an ambulance driver before the First World War and the Spanish Revolution and like you know he
I know
did
that
some
shit.
crazy shit, dog. And he never ran with the Bulls. But he wrote about it when he discovered the San Fermin Festival in Pamplona, Spain, when he was being an expatriate.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, and so whenever I discovered I discovered Hemingway, and I was like, damn, dude, that fool was out there in the safari shooting fucking lions and like before it was poaching, you know. But like, that was some like come up shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like he was out like running with the Bulls and going to war and like he was doing all that fucking adventurous shit. And I was like, damn, dude, like I want to do that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so like that was kind of my bucket list, like run with the Bulls. And so my sister, you know, finally went over there, and I told her, you know,
Man, you make
what
you make my bucket list sound like shit.
Oh, dude, but I was ready to go,
I have a
dog.
stu-
You know what I mean?
I have a stupid
like,
bucket
hey,
list.
But check it out, dude. It's like, but that was part of it. It's like I didn't see nothing, man.
Yeah.
I didn't see no fucking reason to do anything. I was like, I'll go broke over this shit, dude. I'll spend all my money to go to Spain, run with the Bulls. Like, dude, if I die, they'll be like, an American died today. You know what I mean? I'm like, all the news. Like, how did Vincent go? Like, you know, like. But
Well, I mean, it'd be like, man, he died by running the Bulls.
But see, and you know, and people think that's dumb. You know, people would be like, "Oh, that dumb motherfucker fucked with the Bull." And it's like, well, shit. How many hamburgers have I eaten? Let him have one. You know.
Oh, my friend wants a shout out. How do I do a shout out?
Shout out your boy. Just say who it is.
Urico_C_.
Yuriko.
Utico.
Wait, what?
Utico. I don't know. What the?
Hey, shout out to the shout out winner. Shout out.
Yeah, there you go.
Shout
Does
out.
that? Oh, and by the
Shout
way,
out to you.
Mikey, you know Mike. Mike, you wave. Oh, never mind. Mike's on there, but he's not saying shit. Fuck him.
Oh,
Mike
what up, Mike?
Sanders. What up, Mike? But yeah, so the running of the Bulls and you. Okay, how did it go? Now tell me about the experience.
So, dude, I totally researched that shit, man. Like, how does it go? Like, do you go to a fucking, do you, like, sign up and pay a fee?
Yeah, you gotta figure
get
out
your
how to get on
number,
there.
and you know, here's a starting gun, and, you know, like, they got water.
Like,
along
do you
the-
pay to be more forward?
Exactly.
The more
No.
money you spend, you're more
No,
forward.
dude.
The less you spend
No,
in the
dude,
back.
if you want to be dumb enough to go run in the street with the Bulls, the Spaniards will let you, homie. They will fucking let you, dog.
They're like, we'll
yeah.
take all comers. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
dude, and people from all over the world, dude, all over the world.
Come and do it. Yeah, they come and do it.
And shout out to Joe Distler. I don't even know if that dude's still alive, to be honest with you. But he is the greatest known American bull runner. Like he's been running. When I met him, he was on his 45th bull run.
God damn. So he
45th
had to be at
bull run,
least.
dude. He's had his hip replaced, dude. He was on his second hip running that shit. Yeah, but like so the way it works is you go to Pamplona, which is on the northern border of Spain and France, right? And you go to San Fermin. It's a festival. San Fermin is the I'm not Catholic, but you know, like the priest, like Saint Nicholas, and Saint Valentine.
Oh, so like the Saint Chapels or what?
For me, yeah. What's up?
What was that?
I said like saints, the chapels. Oh, not
Like a chapel.
That's not what you're talking about.
No, like you know how there's priests that are assigned to like certain cult like thing. Are y'all Catholic at all?
Ah man, dude, I don't know. I started Catholic, but I don't even know what happened.
Yeah, but you know like
I think I got
Nick
kicked
is
out
like
four churches.
The priest of like
prostitutes.
For real, yeah.
Does he keep them safe and disease free?
Yeah. But anyways, same for me. You go, and they have a whole festival. It runs from the 7th through the 14th.
Mm-hmm.
And so the 6th is like the party. And we showed up on the 6th that night, and it was too late, dude. It was a whole another story. Shout out to Molly, Indiana Wyatt. Thanks for, that was a dope trip. She was my sister's friend that was with us. So it was me, my sister Jessica, and it's her birthday today. Shout out to my sister Jessica.
It's her birthday today? You're hanging out with us?
April 7th. Well, she lives in Austin.
Oh, Austin. You gonna send her this episode so she can listen to it?
Yeah, for sure, I should. But and her friend Molly, love Molly. It's like we've been on multiple trips together.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, I went and like hopped into the street where the runners form, and basically as long as you're in between, you're on Estafeta. It's like the main street, and then it's got this curve. They block everything off, dude. They put like boards all over the shops and shit. And then the shop owners, they're like hanging over the boards, like I want to watch these motherfuckers get tore up, dude. Just trample each other, and and then it goes down into the bull ring. I always forget the second street name, and you just as long as you're on the street. And so the mayor comes through with this like band. They play like old school, like they're leading in a fucking
like what?
Military, like revolutionary era.
Oh, like
army, like with the whistle and the fucking bagpipes, and drums. They're
that one weird one. Yeah,
marching band shit. But like a small one, like a 4-piece or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And comes through with the mayor and goes through to inspect the street. They used to inspect it real nice apparently, but this like it was crowded as fuck, dude. But anyways, I hear about rules like you can't have cameras. It's a fine. But I saw people with GoPros. It was 2016 at the time. Yeah.
Well, because you know, I don't know if you knew this, but like there are people who at one point were they're taking selfies while they're running with the bulls.
Exactly.
And then getting hit by the bulls.
Exactly. It can cause disruption. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're like no phones.
No phones. Exactly.
Fuck,
and so
I got bit by something.
They so you're in the street and it's at 7:00, I believe. And
like
they
7
fire
p.m.
the first rocket.
7 p.m. or 7 a.m.
A.m. It's all in the
Ooh,
morning.
that's early.
Yeah, it's early, dude. It's early, dog. I believe it's 7.
Did he stretch before going? Anything?
Huh?
Did he stretch?
People, yeah, dude. People are out there stretching and shit, you know. I was just hyped, dude. I tried to stretch, but I actually got a little pre-run because I was trying to catch the bus.
Oh, so you had a warm up? So you're all warmed up?
Yeah, dude. We were running late, dude. I was yelling through the city, "Buddy, just get out of the bus!" Like they're running and shit. They can vouch for me on that. But anyways, dude, they were. Oh man, it was fucking crazy. But we got to the square, dude. I was tripping, man. I wanted, like, I came to Spain to run with the bulls, dude. I got in the street, man. I was like, I'm in the street. Mm-hmm. All I have to do is wait for the rocket. Thank goodness. And there's 2 streets, right? And like they cut at what's called Dead Man's Corner. Mm-hmm. And simple, stupid name, Dead Man's Corner. Yeah. But fucking, there's a statue of San Fermin at like the start of it, right? And everybody does this prayer there. and it's like a chant, and it basically says to bless us, right? And so I was wandering through the street, and I actually came up on that statue. That's like on the start of the whole thing.
Oh, that's cool.
And I was like, oh, this is cool. And I looked around, and I saw Joe Disler, who I'd been watching like documentaries about it and everything, and I recognized him. Like, I was like, you're Joe Disler. And he's like, oh, yeah. And he kind of Elvis, man. He like got a silk red shirt with like some embroidered shit, like roses and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Collars popped, the sleeves are cut off, dude. And he's cool as fuck, dude. I got a picture, man. I'll have to pull it up.
Yeah, dude, put it on, send it to me. I put it on Instagram.
Yeah.
Tell people like how to hear the story about it.
But anyways, he told me, is this your first run? I said yes, and he said, you want to be at the start of it, up here, because when it starts, they're all together. Towards the end, they got more possibility of getting separated.
Yeah.
Because that's towards the end of the run. Up here where they start, because at the end when they're separated, they don't have that herd mentality, so they're individual. And these aren't fucking just bulls. These are fighting bulls. These bulls are actually raised to kill people.
Yeah.
They're raised to kill people. Like, they literally separate them at birth, right? And when they put them with them, or not at birth. Like they let them be raised, but then after like 3 months or whatever, they
pretty much after they're done suckling,
they let them go through puberty in a fucking ranch with other bulls.
Yeah.
All males, right? And they put a female in heat on the high point of the property, so all the developing males are constantly like in this gym with like fucking Pamela Anderson on the fucking poster on the wall. You know what I mean?
I did not know
this. They're just developing
this.
like that, dude.
I did not know that.
Dude, they fight, and then the survivors, those are the ones that get auctioned off to like go bullfight, right?
Yeah.
And before they go to bullfight, they actually take them to the beach, the Mediterranean, and they let them have like a day on the beach. It's crazy that every fighting bull that fights to the death, it gets to go spend a day on the beach.
That's
weird. That's part of tradition.
What if the bulls were like, fuck this beach? Like, what if they didn't like it? Like, why am I here?
They keep them round up, dude.
But I'm saying though, like, what if a bull doesn't want to be at the beach?
But so they keep them at a pen outside of the city, and then they run them. They run 6 of them every day in the morning to the fighting arena. They run them through the city.
Yeah.
To fight in the afternoon, right? Well, they have them run with 6 steers that are not threatening.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll, you still wouldn't fuck with the steer, but
anyway,
the steer run through the city every day.
Yeah.
And so whenever they release, they shoot that rocket in the morning, and that says that the gate's open. Okay? And so you hear that rocket go off, that means there's bulls in the gate's open.
That they're on their way.
They're on their way.
You may not see them, you may not hear them.
You're in the street, and the bulls are coming. And then when the last bull gets out of the pen, they shoot the second rocket. And it's like all the bulls are in the street, motherfucker.
Oh,
right?
Shit.
And so I was there with Joe, and he told me, he's like, stay on the main part before they separate.
Yeah.
And what you want to do, you want to post up and look at the people in the crowd, and he said, don't pay attention to the people, pay attention to the cameras. Because the cameras, those people are focused on getting that shot, so they know when the bulls are there. So when you see the cameras, then you know when to run. And I was like, all right, cool. Shook hands, and then like that's when they started praying, and we said a prayer at the statue, and then we separated. I didn't want to be hovering over this dude, you know what I mean? Yeah. So we separated, and I was wandering the streets, and I heard that rocket come off. And I was like, fuck.
Did you have that white suit with the little red thing?
No, not exactly. I had so I got sponsored. Shout out to Tattoo Ranch, everybody. Tattoo Ranch sponsored my run. That's a whole nother
You got
story.
sponsored?
Yeah, I got sponsored. I hit up my boy Tattoo Johnny David at Tattoo Ranch, owner of the Basement Bar. No cover anytime down in the stockyards. Y'all go hit it up.
Oh, that was here.
In Fort Worth stockyards.
Oh, cool.
But Tattoo Ranch gave me a little chunk of cash to get me able to get an extra meal so I wouldn't be so dead-legged on my run. But I wore their shirt, Tattoo Ranch.
Oh, that's
he
cool.
hooked me up with a shirt to wear on my run. And so anyways, that rocket went off, dude. And my plan is there's a whole nother thing is that when you're in the arena, you can run into the arena and then they run all the bulls off into like their pins. But if you make it into the arena before they close the gate on the last bull, then you get to party in the arena basically. And it's not like party, but they do some crazy festive shit. Like they bring out some big bulls and they let you fuck with them and you gotta outrun them and shit.
Shut up.
Yes, dude. I'll show you a video. I gotta find my phone and you can share that too.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah, the bulls. I'll talk about it in a second. But so anyway, I was focused. My plan was to get into the arena, and you have to make it into the arena before the last bull does, and they shut the gates. Okay, so I was at the top part, and I heard that first rocket go off, and it's like 900 yards. It's like 937 yards, right? Which is 9
whole run.
fucking football fields, right? And the typical bull run is about 2 minutes. I think this one was about 2:38 or something like
So
that.
people-
You can look up the bull run that I ran. You can look it up online.
Yeah, I was about to
on
say
YouTube.
there's probably video of you doing that.
Not me, but yeah, I found
There's gotta
myself
be
on
someone.
Instagram and other people's
There's
videos.
gotta be someone who caught you.
I found myself in other.
Because I was about to say, I'm
people's
sure they record all of
background.
it.
Yeah, there's a lot of, which is why I threw out the whole asking Tattoo Ranch to sponsor me. I was like, it's world renowned. You know, I'll be wearing your shit. You know, halfway across the world. And Tattoo Ranch is world famous in its own right. They got one in Paris, in Versailles, France.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Tattoo Ranch in Versailles, France. Shout out to Tattoo Ranch in Versailles, France. But
yeah, you can say all you want.
But anyways, to all our French listeners,
Go there. It's a good place.
But anyways, yeah, dude, I heard that rocket, and I knew that they were gonna be in the street soon, and I knew that I was closer to the statue, and I didn't realize how much I had wandered down the street in preparation towards the arena. And like I said, it's 900 yards. And I knew I couldn't cover that ground in a typical amount of time because I'd been training. All right. So I literally ran the whole thing before there's a bull on me. You know, and people are like, oh, like nothing's happening. Yeah, you know what I mean? And I just wanted to be by the arena. And then I got to the arena and I was like, all right, all I got to do is get in there with these bulls. You know what I mean? But y'all go look up the bull run where it got plugged up. Like literally piles of people. Like somebody tripped at the gate and it caused a body pile. And they were smashing into each other. And bulls were literally smashing into people and pile driving through into the arena. The same gates that I went through. Yeah. That happened before. So it's a dangerous bottleneck. And so I was sitting there waiting. And I was like, damn, I'm at the arena. You know, the bulls ain't here yet. And so I was like, just waiting. I was like, they can't be long because I just covered some ground. And I had covered it in the time that it shouldn't have been covered. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I've been doing the math before I went. And so I'm like, waiting. I'm like, looking. And I remember that feeling, like I said, whenever somebody was calling me the N-bomb. Yeah. And I was like, somebody's talking to me. Like, somebody's talking to me. And then I look up, dude, in the crowd. and I see all these Spaniards, and I don't understand Spanish. I'm Mexican, but I don't understand Spanish.
It's a little, yeah, it's
Dude,
like.
and they are just like fucking. In that moment, I knew they were saying "fucking run, fucking run." What the fuck you doing, run? And I was just like, dude, really, I gotta run. But I was like, I didn't come to Spain to not run with the bulls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's no lie on this because I'm telling like there's no absolute glory in this. I had my faults. Okay, so I was like waiting, and like I was like just looking at the people, and like I remember he said about the cameras, and I thought I like, dude, I see the crowd build up, like all the people in front of me, like everybody's just like starting to get like excited and like start running into the arena. I'm like, no, not yet, and people like running. And like I'm looking up and people are like fucking run, and I'm just like, God damn, what do I do? You know what I'm saying? It's like that fucking defusing a bomb moment. You know what I mean? Like cut the wire, and it's like I don't know, you know? And I'm just like fucking standing there, dude, and like these people are running, dude, and then I just saw like it looked like a school of fish like just got excited.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you'll see a bunch of birds, and all of a sudden all of them just fly off. And
Yeah.
Like,
That's what it looked like with the
feeling.
people.
You know what I mean? That Sahara, like somebody gets spooked, and then all the animals know that motherfucker is there. They're the lion on the fucking.
It's kind of like when the zebras have to cross the river.
Yes,
like they
exactly,
have to.
Dude.
They have to. That you got that
They're
feeling.
going through it, dude. I felt that.
And the crocs are sitting there getting them.
Dude. And so I said, "Fuck it."
You had the hat on the whole time?
Dude, I have my bubblegum shrimp hat.
Oh,
you remember my red one?
Yeah,
dude.
fucking Gump not being here.
Gump,
he has one of those
shout out
too.
to Gump, that fucking dropped out on us.
He's gonna hear this too, man.
Yeah,
He
I
listens
hope
to every
does hear
episode.
it.
I don't know how he can stand listening to the episodes.
But anyway, you missed a good one, dog.
This is a good one, man. It's fucking great.
But yeah, dude. So I fucking started booking it, dude, and I fucking was just running through the into the arena, dude, and I felt it. I was like, there ain't no bull behind me. There ain't no bull behind me, dude. And I just started jogging, dude. I just started like, there ain't no bull behind me, dude. I just kind of like, you know that slumping down to a pace, like
yeah,
you know how you flop your hands around like, oh man, you know. And then this is this fool in front of me. He's like at the front. He's like, take a right. He's like, go. And I'm just like, man, whatever. There ain't no bulls coming. You know what I mean? I just kind of like pace my way into the arena. I just walk into the arena, dude. And I'm just like, there's all these people that already ran in the arena. And I'm looking around, there ain't no bull in the arena. And then like people are just, dude, it's like glad.
Why are they going crazy?
Dude, it's just, people are just, this is excitement, you know.
Yeah.
They know the bulls are about to come in, dude. And there's big screens, dog. You can see the bulls coming through the street. And I'm like, damn, man, they ain't here yet. I came all the way to Spain and fucking rode with the bulls. Fucking bullshit, man.
So
and
you wanted the experience of being right there, running from the bull.
Come on, man. I did not go to not.
Yeah.
I did not go to not. Trust me on that, dude. So I made that decision, dude, and I turned around.
What did you do?
You ran into the crowd.
Dude. I turned around and I started running back to the entrance, dude. And people were like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, get out of the way!" Like, dude, like you know, like whenever somebody pulled the fire alarm and I'm going back to class to get my book or something, you're like, "Where you going? You're going the wrong way." And so I went back towards the entry, dude, and then like, dude, like I knew it was real. Like, everybody was just, like, fucking, like, I knew that they weren't playing, like, turn around and run. And so, like, I planted my foot, and I looked, and then I saw that bull come in, dude, and then I turned and started running. And, like, I just saw that bull come in, and, like he came in,
Hey, Lana?
and he planted himself.
1 second. Can you make sure that doesn't beep?
So, when the bull came in,
yeah,
he like planted himself and he stood up and looked around.
No shit.
And like the bull came in and then stopped, you know, planted his feet and looked around. And I was just like, and I started running. And like, dude, I seriously thought your brain is not connected to your legs. It's weird. Like you know how you work out and you max out and you can't get that last rep up.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you feel like you just did 4 of them, but you can't get that 5th. You know, like it's just weird. Like your body's not fucking cooperating.
Yeah.
And like my legs weren't fucking pumping out fast enough, dude. And I was just like wanting to be away from that goddamn bull. And my whole body melted, dude. And I was just like, just trying. I was just like, don't forget to keep your legs moving.
Yeah.
Because I'm just hoping, because you don't think about moving your legs when you're running. But I was like trying to like not forget, you know, like just and dude,
You're like right left. I
was like, but and then I looked and I grabbed that wall, dude. I looked back and that bull was long gone, dude. They were like, see the guy into the pin and shit, and I was just like, damn, man, and
yeah, but that's still fucking scary. You didn't know that. You don't have
no,
time
I
to
didn't
look.
know, dude. But that was what I went for, dude. And now for the meat and potatoes, though, like I was in the arena, dude, and I mean this is some real shit, dude. I was in the arena and everybody celebrating, dude. Everybody just outran a fucking bull. You know what I mean? Everybody in that arena just had that experience that I explained to you, right? And this European guy dropped on his knees to his girl. Dude, there are girls in there too, man. They outran that shit too. He dropped down on his knees to his girl, dude, and he proposed to her. And everybody was circled around, dude. And everybody started chanting some shit. And I just started like, chanting some European Spanish shit, dude. I don't even know, dude. And, like everybody's like super excited, dude. And I was like, holy shit, dude. Everybody's happy through ear to ear like the Joker, fool. And I was just like, and I ran into this guy that stayed in my hotel, and like I saw him like leaving, getting in his cab in the morning.
Yeah.
And I was like, you going to the bull run? I was like, me too. I was like, well, good luck, you know? And I ran into him in the arena. I was like, Jim! And he's like, oh shit, dude! You know? Like, we pounded it out. And,
yeah, that
like,
amazing.
it was pretty much right then, dude, whenever I was like, what up, dude? And this fucking bull ran between us, dude. And we're like, and like
wow, were you guys were saying hi?
There's bulls, yeah, dude. There's bulls loose in the arena, which I was telling you about.
Yeah.
They let bulls loose in the arena, and people just like slap them on the butt and outrun them and shit. And the way they let them loose is the video that I'll let them share. I'll let them share this video. Y'all go check it out though. But so they have like the tunnel.
Yeah.
Right. And so the Spaniards, they all go lay down in front of the tunnel. Okay? And the bull runs out of the tunnel and jumps over everybody to get in the arena.
What?
And so I went and laid down, fool. I went in the middle, dog, and I went and laid down. I tried to get my phone to like record that shit.
Yeah.
And I was scared, but I was like pulling it up, a greasy phone. And like my Snapchat was closing and shit.
Yeah.
And then I looked up, dude, and it was like a cartoon, dude, like the exact thing. Like smoke was coming out of his nose. There were these red eyes and this dark tunnel. I was like, what the fuck? And then I just hear, and then that fool came, and then I feel, dunk, boom, like that, dude. I got kicked in the head and stepped on my shoulder blade. And then I was like, and it hurt, dude, on my shoulder blade. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Were you like, I thought they were supposed to jump?
Yeah, I thought they were supposed to clear us, dude. They don't clear us, dog.
Man, you got trampled by a bull.
Trampled, dude. And my sister took a picture where, like, there's that sandy footprint on my back, dude. That sandy footprint. I got a bull from Spain.
You're trying to
step on my back, dude. Yeah. And then the second time I saw them, like, everybody's like laying down. I was like, count me out. I'm gonna record this one. From the outside. And I recorded it.
I had my stamp already. I got my stamp of approval. I don't need another one.
Stamp of approval, straight up. Yeah. I don't know. Are we running late, dude?
No. Perfect time. You just finished your story. We're gonna leave off on that.
Yeah, I'll get you that video. Y'all go check that out.
For sure. Give me the information. I'll put it on the social media, and I'll plug the episode and whatnot. People can hear about the story. Definitely. That's a great episode, dude. That was amazing.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking.
Let's do it, man.
You've lived a little bit of a life there, man. That's amazing. All right. What else can I say before we go? Thanks everybody for listening. Shit, what did I say as an outro?
Y'all come out and
Going
check
out.
out
Do I
live
say
comedy, man. We're out there.
Yeah, man, we're always
Trying
doing
out.
like you're not
Look
doing
up,
any
look
shows
up.
right now, right? I don't have any shows.
Nothing yet, but it's coming around, man. I plan on.
We're always at
putting together all my
Hyenas.
jokes.
We're always at Hyenas in Fort Worth. Are you at Hyenas in Dallas?
I'm showing up more in Dallas.
Yeah, see, just,
Get out
I
there
mean,
and
anybody
mic
wanted to
conversation.
go, just look up the open mics and we'll be there. You know, I'm there. Vincent's there. A lot of our other buddies are there. Vincent, very great having you on fucking again for the episode. Fucking great hearing some stuff about you, man. It's always interesting. Thank you, Ali Zilla, for producing and running the soundboard. Anybody have any questions by any chance or anything like that, real quick?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm gonna start doing. Like, if people have questions for us while we're chatting, we can save like the last 10 minutes and we can answer those questions if they want to know later on. I was gonna do that later on, or I'm gonna start interpreting that in the podcast. So like people, sometimes people have questions. Like, well, any questions or all questions asked will be that they have can be will be asked at the end of the towards the end of the podcast or at the end of the podcast. Cool. I'll see you guys next Sunday.
UNG Odyssey.
UNG Odyssey podcast. Woo! Dude. Next week's guest is, oh man, that dude from Argentina. Do you know who I'm talking about?
No, man, Argentina.
Joseph.
We got that Malbec from Argentina. What up?
Yeah, what up? Yeah, Joseph something. Oh shit. He's gonna be mad at me, but I'm always bad with names. Anyway, thank you, Ali. Thank you, Jonathan, for sitting in. And good night, everybody.
I'm over here in my pajamas and shit.